Kia ora, welcome to the Waiora Project. My name is Pans and I am a mama of 3 under 5 and 1 more on the way. And I have been running with this amazing tribe for the last 10 months in business. However, I have been a religious product user for the last 3 to 4 years and still going strong. So today I am absolutely honored and privileged to be able to share my experiences with you and just give you a bit of an insight as to how these products have been game-changing for not only myself and my family, but many others around me within my own network and the wider community. And yeah, I just thought, why not share them and give you guys a bit more of a perspective. So I will drop a few visuals along this chat and kind of give you a bit more of an insight as to how these have been life-changing products for a lot of us. So just to give you a bit of a backstory, I was introduced to this product a few years ago through my mum, who was diagnosed with breast cancer. I supported her along her journey over in Brisbane, Australia, and that is where I had the opportunity to actually experience the water for myself. The journey had been successful. She pretty much bounced back within 3 days of the operation being done, and the doctors and nurses were absolutely gobsmacked at how quick she actually bounced back, and she highly, hand on heart recommends it's because of this water that she was consuming. So she did turn down chemotherapy. She went all green and basically just cut out a lot of her meats in her diet. And she was then cleared of all cancerous cells in her body. She definitely knows that this water has played a very big part in that journey. And to this day, we still are religious consumers. So yeah, I come home after that, gave birth to my second baby, who was born with a cleft palate on the inside of her mouth. And it is very common for midline defects to happen to cleft palate babies, but till this day we still have no diagnosis for her. And I swear that the reasons for, I guess, the test results to come back normal, there has been no signs of abnormality, although it is quite evident physically. There has been no signs at all in the testing results. So I do know that this product has had a lot of benefits in that sense for my baby, and a lot more as well in terms of just the healing properties that this product does provide. So I will put a bit of a visual up here just for you guys to kind of get a bit more of a perspective on what I'm talking about here in this corridor. And yeah, I'll just rip roll. So this here is my daughter's hand. It was an open wound on her wrist, and this is pretty much day 1 of it. This next picture here is about day 3, and the last one here is day 5. So this was an open wound on her wrist. I booked an appointment at the doctor's to go in and just get it checked to make sure there was no infection. However, in Auckland, we have to wait about a week just to see a doctor. So in the interim, I was applying the beauty water, which is a pH level of 6. And I was applying that to her hand every day. So just in a spray bottle, spraying it on. Once the pores have soaked it up, I'll just keep reapplying. And it started to heal on its own. So with the beauty water, it is rapid cell repair for the external body, especially the skin cells. And when I had seen these results, like this was the first time I had ever done this. And when I had seen the results, I was absolutely mind blown. By day 5, it had scabbed up and pretty much healed. The skin had repaired itself because of the living water that was being applied to it. And that's all the body needed in order for it to heal. So by the time we got to the doctor's appointment, the doctor was gobsmacked and really intrigued as to what I was doing. I did advise her of what I was using. And from there, it actually opened up a whole nother avenue in terms of this doctor being very intrigued as to what this product was and how it worked. So again, I always say to people, you know, like, I don't sell a product, the product sells itself. All I do is share my experience, and it starts to network everything on its own. So here's another result that I have also been first-hand witness to. So this is a friend of mine whose kids were born with, I guess they've had eczema issues since birth, since a very young age. And she was trialing our K8 water ionizer as well as the Anespa shower filter. So the Anespa shower filter actually gives a pH level of 6, but it can actually run in a hot stream of water, whereas the K8 water ionizer can't run hot water through it, through the titanium plates. So this is just a picture here of a before and after of her kids actually bathing in the beauty water for 1 week, and this was a result in terms of their skin and what it actually did to heal the eczema on the external side of their skin. Not only were they utilizing that, but they were also drinking the K8 water, ionizer water that was coming out of the kitchen tap. And these kids would not drink water without anything being sweet in it. So my friend was very much gobsmacked at the fact that her kids were willingly asking for water and she didn't have to sweeten it. She usually would put like, Raro or Thrifty into their waters just so that they could consume water at least, but they were actually willingly consuming this water. So that there was a big game changer in itself, especially for these babies who had actually suffered this skin issue for a very long time prior to actually utilizing our products, and the benefits just outweighed absolutely everything you could imagine. And again, it just goes to show that it's not even about selling a product. It's sharing the benefits and allowing people to actually experience it for themselves. That is where the beauty is, and that is where the mahi is done on its own. So yeah, I just thought, sharing this gives you a good perspective, especially those who may be skeptical. I, for one, was a very skeptical person. I couldn't give a hoot about, the water I was consuming, because I thought that the bottled water I was buying in the store was as good as it was going to be. It wasn't until I had the opportunity to actually experience this water for myself is where the game changed, and I would never go back. So yeah, I highly recommend, if you have the opportunity to get your hands on some water, even just a trial, give it a run for a bit. I'm guaranteeing you'll taste the difference straight off the bat. But other than that, they're one of one. This is the most inexpensive medical device you'll ever be able to get your hands on. And I highly recommend, if you ain't in it for the business, definitely do it for the health. But with that, the wealth just comes hand in hand anyway. It is definitely a byproduct of our work that we do. So thank you for listening anyway. Hope that helps, and have a beautiful evening. See ya.